All right, let's keep playing for a little bit and see what's going on. 8:18 on a Wednesday.
Mid-August.
Hey, back in Trista. Look at Sharon.
It was the peak of summer, and the sweltering sun was beating down on the residents of Trista.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate summertime. I'm kind of glad that we're, kind of getting over it now. And we're about to head into fall. That's my favorite time of the year. The cool breeze, it's kind of cold, but it's like really windy. At least that's how it is down here. I don't know what it feels like where you're from.
After returning from Heimdall, we were given a whopping 5-day summer vacation before the school year resumed.
5-day summer vacation? Hey.
Turns out,
Look
Thor
at
sticks
Monica.
to its military roots, only granting extended vacations to students over the New Year's holiday.
Yeah.
However, nobles are allowed to visit home, ostensibly to give them time to become familiar with their family's holdings.
Celine. And of course, the nobles are allowed to visit home. They're always allowed. This isn't something new.
And, as you might expect, that meant most students from classes 1 and 2 spent summer away from Trista.
Of course.
Meanwhile, classes 3 through 5 were stuck on campus, envying the nobility as they studied and trained as usual. The other members of Class 7 and I chose to stay in Trista as well, facing the heat with our fellow students.
I respect it. I still can't believe we just beat Chapter 4. 8:30. I wonder what's going to be in store for us for Chapter 5. It's so hot, I'm dying in here. I'm sick of this heat already. Talking about it is just making me even hotter. The academy should install an orbital air conditioner. At least then I'd be a little easier to cope. An orbital air conditioner? What is that? Damn, everybody's like, yo, what? What are you talking about? At least I know everything. It makes sense. Here's a rifle. Well, it's this device that blows out cool air to regulate a room's temperature. Maybe it'd help if you think of it as the opposite of a stove. That's a good example. I feel like you would be able to understand that. Wow, that's some kind of wizardry. I've heard of them, but aren't they supposed to be prohibitively expensive? Only the most modern buildings seem to be able to afford them. Do you have one in your house? Well, there's one in the Arianrhod Company's corporate headquarters, yeah. It'd be nice if my mother could spare one, for the academy she sits on the board of directors for. Seems a bit much to hope for. This is a military academy, so I doubt we can expect to be indulged quite that much. Still, a machine to help us keep cool in the summer? Whoever first invented that should get a medal. I'll admit, the summer heat is more than difficult to cope with than in Legram. But as long as I think of it as another part of my training, it doesn't bother me all that much. I feel like that's how she gets by with most things. I think she has said something very similar to that statement she just said before. About how she thinks of stuff as training to her. Arianrhod gets similar summer heat waves, but there's usually a breeze blowing in from the canyon at this time of year. That does make summers a bit easier to manage. My hometown's up in the mountains, so it's pretty cool even around this time of year. Actually, now that you mention it, I would have thought you three would go back home for the summer, being nobles and all. You were given permission, weren't you? If everyone else was going home, I would have considered it. But in the end, I decided against it. I mean, it wasn't all that long ago I got to see Elise. Maybe next year. I came here to train. Until I feel like I've made significant progress, I have no intention of returning home. Some of you saw my father's mansion. Do you think I'd go back to a place like that willingly? I'd much rather stay here and take my chances with heat stroke. I love Jusis, man. That's my guy. You're really that uncomfortable at home, huh? And still, hot as it is, there's a lot going on right now. I doubt all the people headed to the conference at the end of the month have much time to be worrying about the heat. You make a good point. You're talking about the Western Moria Trade Conference, right? Yes, he is. The one that's taking place over in Crossbell. That's the one. There's never been an international conference on that scale before, at least not in modern times. Mayor Deirdre Croix, who also happens to be the International Bank of Crossbell CEO, was the one who first proposed it. I've heard that Prince Oliver will be attending on behalf of His Majesty the Emperor. Yo, it's gonna be a lot of people there. And Chancellor Osborne is supposed to be attending too. Seems crazy to think we met them both just a few weeks ago. The Chancellor in particular was a pretty intimidating figure. Seemed like a big scary monster. Yo, look at that expression. I've heard he served in the Imperial Army before becoming a politician. Then 11 years ago, His Majesty entrusted him with the position of Chancellor. Supposedly, a full 70% of the Imperial Army is under his jurisdiction. His real fame comes from establishing most of the nation's railway network centered on the capital, though he's also been responsible for annexing several smaller countries and independent states around Erebonia. Yes, he has. We learned about this in Sky the Third. That was when I knew he was a problem. I was like, damn. I believe those all took place without any bloodshed, though, at least as far as I'm aware. Doesn't mean people are going to take kindly to being annexed. I wouldn't put too much stock in what he's selling. Military spending in this country has increased exponentially since he took up his position as Chancellor. And that's only possible thanks to the tax revenue he gleans from the people of Heimdall and those annexed nations. Well, he was the one who ordered the construction of those 2 railway guns they pointed at Crossbell too. At one point, Erebonia was on the verge of a full-scale war with Calvert because of those things. Oh yeah, I heard that it was actually Liberal that proposed a way to avoid an armed conflict. Indeed it was. It was the goat herself. It was the goat. Yeah, I can't wait to get around to the remake. Because I really want to see the Queen. Queen Alicia. Come on. They ended up signing a non-aggression pact, right? Yeah. Though as I'm sure you've noticed, there's still quite a bit of tension between the two countries. I wouldn't be surprised if the issue reared its head again during the trade conference. Well, right you are, buddy. Except it's going to be even bigger. Chancellor Osborne's been a really popular figure in the capital, though. Popular enough that he even seems to have a group of terrorists after him. He does seem to be the Imperial Liberation Front's main target, doesn't he? You know, the hammer of judgment that shall topple the dictator and all that. Indeed, they seem to harbor a deep-seated grudge against him. Their anger seemed a bit unusual in its intensity, didn't it? He does seem like the type who'd make a lot of enemies, especially with a face like that. Well, I'd rather not speak ill of my father's close ally, but... Gotta call a spade a spade. Come to think of it, isn't the instructor awfully late? Kinda sucks though, because Sarah clearly has some sort of business, whatever Chancellor Osborne was referring to, that Olivier clearly knew. It's well past time for homeroom to start. True, it should have started about 10 minutes ago, actually. I swear that woman, she better not be sleeping off another hangover back at the dormitory. Wouldn't put it past her. I wish I could say there's no way our upstanding instructor would do that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm thinking she got a lot more on her plate than we really know.
Excuse me. I'll have you know I did no such thing. Today.
There she is.
Instructor?
The one and only.
Good morning, instructor.
Morning, everyone!
Damn, she sure got a upbeat.
Anyway, I'll have you know I've got a good reason for being late today.
And what's that reason?
And that reason is, we're going to be welcoming a new classmate today.
A new classmate? What? Ooh. A new classmate. Oh,
What?
We finally got somebody for that seat over there by Fee. That empty ass seat.
A transfer student at this time of year?
Seriously?
Yeah, we are some months into this academy. It is kind of crazy.
All right, come on in.
Now let's see.
Righto.
Crow! Crow! Aren't you a year ahead of us?
Huh? Crow?
But isn't he a second-year student?
Oh, well, I think, wait, was it George? I feel like George or someone said it. I want to believe in my heart that it was George. That was like hinting at Crow's like his credits or something like that.
I'm Crow Armbrust.
So maybe that's what it is. He's trying to play a little bit of catch up. I still don't know why that would put him here.
Starting today, I'll be joining you fine folks as a member of Class VII. It's gonna be pretty sweet, guys.
What?
What? I mean, how?
Yeah, Lisa's so cute.
Are you sure you want to know? It's a long tale fraught with the intrigue of school politics.
Are you sure you just didn't know? You're on the verge of failing and you need credits, man. Just be honest.
I don't think I'd put it quite like that. Back in his first year, he slacked off so much that he ended up failing a few of his classes.
Oh, I see.
Then he came crying to me in a panic, like, "Oh, help me, Instructor Sarah. They're not gonna let me graduate."
Ah, that's crazy work. That's crazy work, Crow.
So, as a special exception, he's going to be joining us for the next 3 months to pay for his laziness.
You can't be serious.
That's an even more pathetic reason than I was bracing myself for.
Damn, Marcus. Wait, so now... Okay, now it's tying into what I brought up last time. About, you know, when you see Toa in Crossbell. And she's saying how Crow is supposed to be with them at Garrelia Fortress. So he ends up joining, our class. But he wasn't there. Obviously.
I think you already know that Crow was one of the trial users for the Arcus test they ran last year. So I thought he might be a good role model for you. In that sense, anyway.
Yeah, not the academic sense.
And don't forget, he'll also be joining us on our future field studies, too.
Damn, having Crow with us, this is gonna be crazy.
Nice. Looks like you saved me the trouble of having to explain it all. Anyway, let's let the good times roll.
Yeah, I don't know how long they're gonna last, but yeah.
Oh, and since we're all classmates now, no need for all that sweet talking you lay on the other second years, all right?
They actually treat everyone the same.
Right.
Easier said than done, I fear.
If he was any more laid back, he'd be comatose.
Instructor, I can't help but notice you left the door open.
Yeah, why didn't he close the door? Dude just came in.
Wait, is there someone else too?
What? Wait, how many? We only got one more desk, don't we? Wait, what is going on? Why are so many people joining the class?
Huh? Are you serious?
Damn, I thought we already had too many people. Now we got Crow and someone else? Damn.
Aw, I was hoping to catch you off guard.
You did catch me off guard.
All right, come on in and say hello.
I thought you forgot I was out.
Millium! Millium is joining. Oh, that's what the Chancellor was referring to, isn't it? He put an Iron Blood in our class. Oh, she looks so cute. Damn, she skipped in like that. Yo, that was quick as hell. That animation was too fast, Millium. She looks so adorable.
What?
You must be joking.
You must be joking. Yeah, I love the way Jusis speaks.
Hey, aren't you?
Yes, it is. Millium.
You're the girl we met in the Nord Highlands.
Yuppers! Long time no see, guys.
Yuppers is crazy. Oh, she's so cute.
But I see a couple of you I don't know, so I guess I better introduce myself.
I love the hat.
I'm Millium. Millium Orion.
Millium Orion.
And And this
Lammy.
here's Arianrhod, but we'll just call him Lammy for short.
Yo, I will never stop assuming that Lammy, the technology behind Lammy, I don't know, bro. Like, it's gotta be some, like, 13 factories type of shit. Seriously, it has to.
What the hell is that? Holy crap!
Nah, that's crazy.
It's that thing we saw at Ark's fort.
Yep. Lammy's so cute though. Like, look at him.
So this is that strange girl you met in the Nord Highlands.
Oh, and a little house rule before anything gets blown up. No bringing that thing out in the classroom. If he accidentally smashes a wall or blasts through the ceiling, I'm the one who's gonna get chewed out for it.
Understandable. Plus, you might scare the hell out of everyone here. I mean, you just scared Marcus and Elliot. So just imagine the other students in the academy.
Boo! Fine. Anyway.
Now, that is crazy. She really just has control over it. She can make it appear. And like, what is this? What's the connection? Why can she do that?
Nice to meet you guys.
No. What an adorable baby.
Tell me you're kidding. Please?
Please.
I really wish I could.
Well, I can see we're in for some fun times these next 3 months.
Yeah, Iron Blood and a terrorist. Wait, what'd you say, Reem? Oh, I said a cute schoolgirl and a funny upperclassman that's failed all his shit. Yeah, I didn't say anything. I wonder how this is gonna play out though, because it kind of helps Crow 8/21 Saturday. It kind of helps Crow in a sense that he'll be with us during his, our field studies. But it's a kind of like a double-edged sword though, because let's say, for example, we run into, it could be Comrade G, S, or what was the other person? V? Say we run into one of them. And maybe they need help or something goes down. If C shows up, it'll be when Crow isn't with us. Right? Because if he is C, that would be the case. So it'll kind of give him away though at the same time. Yeah, like when you think about it, it's a weird choice to be put in that situation. But it also might be a chance, for him to do other things as well. So it could benefit him too. I mean, maybe I'm overthinking it. 3 days went by. At first, no one was sure what to make of Crow Armbrust and Intelligence Division Agent Millium Orion's sudden transfer into Class 7. But within a matter of days, it almost felt like they'd been there all along. I'm sure none of you need to be reminded that it was none other than Emperor Dracos who ended the War of the Lions. But did you know that the historical records tell us that he had an amazingly few soldiers under his command? Initially, his allies numbered only a few confidants and several warriors from Nord. And while supporters rallied to help him in each region, his ranks still couldn't hope to compare to the other prince's armies. Nonetheless, they continued to advance, liberating region after region, and after half a year of bloody battles, Prince Drykos met as perhaps his most well-known supporter. Millium, right? Would you happen to know the historical figure to whom I'm referring to? Sure do. Leanne Sandlot, also known as the Lance Maiden. Oh, right you are. Well done. Sandlot was the daughter of the count who ruled over a remote region, and accounts tell us she showed great martial skill from a young age. In particular, her skill with the lance was unparalleled. No records exist of her ever being bested in combat. And we got to experience that shit firsthand. That was rough. And like, I will never forget. I'll never forget how much that made me like laugh about what happened to Rixia. Yo, Rixia really thought she was on some shit. She really thought she was gonna be able to hang with Arianrhod. Bro, Arianrhod shut that down real quick. Not only that, but broke her mask, exposed her identity in front of everyone. That was a top tier moment. I can't lie. That was a top tier ass moment. The Lance Maiden also had a group of mighty warriors under her command who fought alongside her in battle. Perhaps you'd like to illuminate us as to the name of this famous band, Reen. Are you really asking me something so simple? They're referred to now as the Stahlritter, but before that, they were the Eisenritter. Come on, man. The group of mighty warriors led by the Lance Maiden. That's the Eisenritter, the Stahlritter, or the Grossritter. Shout out to the Grossritter though. But that's the Eisenritter. The Eisenritter, also known as the Iron Knights. They were a band of knights said to be able to charge across the battlefield like lightning, cutting down all in their path. Correct. You've done your homework. The wandering prince met the Lance Maiden one day during a prolonged conflict in a remote region of the country. After recognizing each other as reliable and trustworthy, they pledged to fight together under a united banner. Yo, look at look at Crow back there. He is out. That's really some shit I'll be doing. Like, just sleep. Like, too boring sometimes. With the Lance Maiden and her knights bolstering his ranks, Drykos' army swept through one region after another. In just a year, he was able to defeat the other princes and free the imperial capital Heimdall. As an interesting footnote, the castle of Eisenritter used to be their base of operations 250 years ago. Just so happens to be only a hop, skip, and a jump away from Laura's home in Legrand. Indeed, it's known as Lohengrin Castle. It's a beautiful old building situated on the shore of Lake Ebel to the west of Legrand. Ooh, yo, this is fire. I can't wait till we go to Legrand. I know one of y'all mentioned we would. I'm ready for that. But I really want to see what Legrand is like. Plus, there's so many things that's very interesting about it. Even just meeting the Viscount and the guild branch that's there too. Oh, you've mentioned that before. Does anyone live there now? No, due to the dangerous terrain there, no one goes near it. These days, it exists simply as a relic of a bygone age. The Arcade family is responsible for the care and maintenance of the castle, though really only minimal work is done. So since they were situated there, like Arianrhod and them, I've always tied Laura to them. I've always tied her to Arianrhod simply because of her demeanor too. Her demeanor and the night aspect that she has going. She's a very knightly person. I have to assume that her family ties into Arianrhod in some form or way. Speaking of the Arcade house, wasn't one of your ancestors the Eisenritter's second in command? Indeed, the Lance Maiden's most trusted assistant and confidant from what I understand. The Sandlot family line ended with the death of the Lance Maiden. And it's partly because of that the Arcade family mourns her death each year. You know what I've been thinking about? I had this question early on. I was trying to figure out what it could mean or what it was. Because with Elisa, early on I had already, figured it was the Rhineford. But with Laura, I never understood what her name was. The middle initial of her name. But it starts with an S. And seeing her say all of this stuff right here, her middle name, I mean, it could be Leanne's last name. It could be Sandlot, is what it could be. But I'm not really sure. I see. Oh, what a fascinating story. LeGram, huh? Never had a mission there, so I've never been able to go. Maybe I should have stopped by when I went to Arianrhod a while back. You'd think she'd at least try to conceal the fact that she gets sent all over the country on secret missions. I know, she totally just let it slip that she was doing something in Arianrhod too. Well, I suppose it's better than her being all distant and cagey around us. AP increased by 1. Okay, so tomorrow's a free day, which means that next Wednesday you'll have your usual practical exam. You'd better all bring your A game. Oh, Millium and Crow? A few must have instructional materials you guys are going to need as a part of the Class VII, or you're going to need as part of Class 7 finally showed up. I'll handle the stuff off to you once we're done here, so I want you to come with me to the faculty lounge. Righto! Man, what a drag. Alright, homeroom's out for the day. Flee while you still can. Machias, if you'll do the honors. Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow. 2 new members, huh? Now, what's everybody thinking? So what do you think? Well, I don't think we have to be on our guard around her at least. Same. Though I'd rather she kept that giant silver thing of hers hidden. I don't think she's a bad girl. I was taking a nap in the courtyard yesterday and she came and fell asleep next to me. Oh. What does that have to do with whether or not she's trustworthy? They look like a couple of kittens all curled up together. Their personalities may be worlds apart, but they're both rather cat-like in their own ways. She can't be more than 12 or 13, still practically a child. Yeah, you're right. She's so chipper all the time that it's hard to really be cold toward her. Yeah, I don't think I could bring myself to spurn her. She's got a natural charm, I think. Be that as it may, her presence here reeks of blood and iron, if you take my meaning. Yeah, he kept it 100. Okay, Jusis. That's why my goat is always on top. He's willing to say what no one else wants to say. Well, it certainly seems that way.
As such, I'm planning on granting you a bit of additional assistance.
Yep, that's what he was referring to.
I should have it ready for you in a few weeks' time.
This dude about to have eyes everywhere. It's hard to believe a girl like that could be an agent of the intelligence division. And yet here we are. But just going off of what happened in Nord, there's not much that would make me doubt it now. And then there's that thing, Arianrhod, that's always with her. She calls it Lammy, but aside from its name, we don't really know anything about it. It seems to be made from some strange material with both metallic and ceramic properties. Hard but pliable. Agreed. It doesn't look like anything you can make even with the most cutting-edge orbital technology. Yup. What does that mean? I definitely think that 13 Factors plays a part in that. For sure. When I touched it, it felt really nice and cold. Wow, so you actually touched it? Meanwhile, I'm scared as shit. Calm down, Elliot. It hasn't escaped my notice that it seems strikingly similar to the combat shells we fight in our practical exams. I think it's safe to assume that they share some kind of common origin. Yeah, maybe the combat shell was based off of those things. It's Arianrhod's. Because who's to say there isn't more than those? That's probably like a, there's probably prototypes and everything. Because the 13 factories, assuming that that's where it's from, they do a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of factories. Yeah. The instructor said she was forced to accept it, though in a sense, Millium was forced on us too. You're welcome to think what you will, but I don't trust her. That's understandable. I mean, it ain't gonna change the fact that she's a classmate though. Either way, she's technically our classmate now, like it or not. It may be a little early to tell whether we can trust her as a friend, but we should be able to figure it out pretty quickly whether we can count on her as a member of Class VII. Well, that's a logical way of breaking it down at least. Your Jusis is like, this dude is way too fucking friendly. He's way too friendly and accepting of stuff. Calm down, Jusis. You're right, it's still pretty early to make sweeping judgments. Knowing her background would be great, but what's really important is whether we can count on her in a fight. Agreed. As students of a military academy, that's probably the most important issue. We'll have to wait and see. Well, considering we're living in the same dormitory, it'd be good if we all got along. Yeah, I wouldn't want her to think we're trying to make her feel unwelcome either. Elisa's such a sweetheart, man. I have such a huge soft spot for her. Like, I've always had it, but it's just really huge, though, now. I think it started after the scene with her in Nord. And then there's Crow. What's he like, Reem? You seem like you get along with him pretty well. I don't know if I put it quite like that. If I had to say, I'd describe him as a capricious gambling addict, way too prone to ante up for every hand. Hey, Dios, help us. He sounds like the kind of miscreant one would be better off avoiding. You can count on him when the chips are down, though. He really helped me out last month with Elise when we went into the old schoolhouse. That's true. He's good in a fight and pretty handy with his Arcus too. Maybe we're worrying over nothing then. Still, I'm not really sure how to connect with him, you know? I mean, you don't have to force yourself to connect with him in the first place, Elliot. It'll all come natural anyway, given that we have field studies and we all get separated. You're bound to wind up with him, and I'm sure he'll have your back with whatever, goes down. So you'll gradually get to know Crow and Millium. So I don't feel like there's a need to go out of your way to try to force a connection. I mean, hell, half of us didn't even really get along in the beginning. Well, at least we're in the separate dorms for the time being. We'll just have to see how things go. Hey, hey. It sucks we won't be listening to this music because I am going to end off right now. My voice is starting to give out. And I think we covered a lot today. And we were able to finish chapter 4. So that was good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all of this. And I will see you next time for more Trails of Cold Steel. Dun, 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 dun.